It records automatically with the audio on the computer, right?
Yes. Hello.
No freaking way. Hold on. I have to close my window.
Oh my
Let me
Oh,
God.
turn the lights on.
look at that.
What's up, gamers?
Whoa.
Guys, let's see. It makes me want to get up and do the Gangnam style.
Ew.
Holy shit.
Okay, showing off. Whatever.
No.
I don't care about your sweater.
What?
Hey,
Camila sweater.
Ah,
You're like,
deep
Flexing.
fried. Oh, you know how it goes. Oh, hello everybody. How's everybody doing?
We're chilling. Just got back from work.
eating pasta salad.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good, good, good.
literally in a museum right now. My
It's so crazy.
The duality of man.
I
like
didn't
literally.
realize your background.
Me?
Your connection is low.
It kind of looks like a green screen.
A little
I
bit.
think I think they're lying.
Ooh, somebody's lying.
Pants on fire?
This is
Come
not a green
back.
screen.
Shot my ass.
Sophia, hi.
Mars, hi.
I miss you.
I miss you too. It's been a long time since we've done any calls.
Yeah.
For real.
Hello, guys. Thank you for coming on to the podcast. Welcome, guys, to the fourth episode, collabing with all these amazing artists. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
Well, I don't know how much I get to bring here, but I think we should all share the worst poop you had in like any studio. Like you were like in like mid painting and you just had to go, but like tell your experience.
I haven't
Who wants to
worked in a
start?
studio. I just work
Wait.
at home.
First of all, what happened to hi, hello, how are you?
Seriously.
Welcome. Anyway, but yeah, do you still want to do the poop question or do you want to move on to art?
you.
Well, personally, me, I haven't had any experience like that because, well, I don't know, maybe I'm normal or something, but just I don't know what you're doing with this question, but I cannot relate. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I can't answer this question. It wasn't for me.
Yeah, we can always count on Issa.
If no one got me, Issa got my back, bro.
Got you! It wasn't during a studio. It was worse. It was during one of my Saturday art lessons where I was actively teaching middle schoolers for an hour and a half on a Saturday morning. And all of a sudden, I feel my tummy rumbling. I'm like, oh no, I have 30 seconds until I poop my pants in front of these 12-year-olds and they're never gonna let me live it down. So I find another adult, one of the helpers, to help cover my class and watch my students. And I'm in the bathroom for 30 minutes, just straight fighting for my life. Smells rancid in there, just straight And my professor like knocks on the door and like checks on me. He like knocks on the door right of like the outside door of the bathroom. He's like, "Everything okay in there?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm just suffering hot girl tummy problems." And he goes, "Okay." And then I got back to
Okay.
class and they were like, "Did you die?" And I was like, "Almost."
That's really good.
I'm glad you made it out of there.
Oof.
Thank you.
Worked
Thank
up an
you.
appetite with that story.
Oh my God.
Enjoy your meal. I'm glad I could help.
Okay, now since I brought up the question, I am forced to share, but
Right.
I
This was
think
like-
there's
right
an
on
event
along.
that prompted this question, probably.
I got nervous and that's what came to my brain and I just said it. I like tend to not filter what I think.
You're
I
real
need
for
to
that.
shut up. I need to shut up.
Hey, it's okay. Hey, it's okay.
Let me think of a good poop story because I live in that building. So that long stall knows me. It knows me because afterwards there's a stool and I just sit there and I chill.
A stool, you say? You did walk in. You walked right into that one.
Actually, I love the bathroom so much that I did this painting. The freaky gender neutral. That's the famous stall. We just like
awesome.
shared too many memories.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a good
I like
painting.
this.
Thank you. Thank you. That just like portrays my love for the Alexander Ball
It's a
bathroom.
beautiful tribute.
Yeah.
I don't have a
Um,
poop story, but I do have like a horror story in the bathroom. Not really a horror story, but I one time went in there and it was the men's bathroom and I was just doing my business and then some guy comes in and starts pissing. But why can't men just be normal and like not moan when they piss? You know what I mean? Like starts pissing, goes like, "Ugh," and I was like, I want to leave,
Wasn't
but I
aware that
didn't
that was the
want to
case.
leave because the guy's just full on having a good time. But anyway, yeah, that happened in the art building, so it's related to art, I guess.
Thank God I'm the one screen recording because that glitch was terrible.
Anyway,
I heard it
I don't know
art
if anyone
side.
else
That was
heard the
crazy.
That was a
glitch.
classic.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
What was the glitch?
Bro has Mexico Wi-Fi, that's why.
Mm.
It's not even.
Can someone make a remix of that?
Needs a clap.
Can we
Yeah,
get
what
it
kind
sound
of
design
remix are
Stop that
makers?
right now.
Hmm.
Sophia, how are your bowels doing?
Oh.
They're working.
Do you
They're
poop every day?
working. They probably. I don't really
Good.
get like stomach trouble. Everything
know-
else gives me trouble, but my stomach's stayed loyal.
How about your head?
Oh.
No, I haven't been getting headaches in a while. I think
Oh,
I'm
that's
like
A
good.
win.
I'm on like a
win.
good
That's
streak with like a couple weeks no headache, so really happy with that.
Damn.
Oh.
Wait, message. I can't really
Ooh.
talk because of my data, but I have questions for anyone to answer.
I
Most
see.
backhanded compliment you've received in art?
I have to think on this one. I've
I
overheard
don't
people
know.
saying stuff, but like when I was in high school, we had like a senior art show, and all of our art was hanging on like the walls and stuff.
Mhm.
And my art teacher wanted us to put prices to sell our work, but like half would go to charity and half would go to you. And I had this like you can't really see it, not my favorite, but the blue painting back here. I did not want to part with that one, and I had it up in the show, and I just set the price to $100 because I figured like nobody would really go for it. I didn't want to part with it, and I'm standing in the hallway, and there's like a crowd of people like in front of it, and they're like, "Oh my God, she really thinks she's gonna sell it for $100? Nobody's gonna buy that for $100. That's crazy!" And it's like that's the point.
Oh my God.
Also, I was thinking only $100.
Yeah, I was also about to say, like, what? Also, slap them. What the
Nobody in there
hell?
had like
Go up to
experience
them and
Big L on
selling
your
their
part.
art.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy. That would piss me off.
yeah, so judgmental
A
for no
little
reason.
money with my stuff now. It's fine.
How old were you when that happened?
It was my senior year, so like 17, 18.
17. Big L
Yeah.
by Natan
I-
Murillo.
Not for
I-
you though, for the people. Big L for the people for not
Yeah.
seeing the vision.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a backhanded compliment, but I can't think of any right now.
I
What
can
if some-
think of- I
What
can
if
think of
someone
one that
told you,
wasn't- Oh.
you look like an Instagram artist. You look like a TikTok artist.
That's crazy.
I feel like that's just like that doesn't seem like an
What if
insult for me.
What if I'm calling Camila that?
No, so there's my backhanded compliment is, well, it's not a compliment. They just call me the TikTok art girl. But
I feel like they
it's
mean
not
it
like a
as an insult.
compliment. It's not really like,
It's an
just kind of what
observation.
it is. It kind of just, it is what it is. Unfortunately, that's the reality of what I'm living in right now. But it's okay. We're gonna make it out of here. very
Like
soon.
you're an artist and you post your work on TikTok and they probably mean it as an insult of like, yeah, you're just a TikTok artist, but
Uh-huh.
I just happen to be an artist posting on TikTok. That's a
Exactly.
fairly neutral statement, but I know that they mean it in a backhanded way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be hard to get upset at a
Mm.
comment like that. Just be like, okay, sure.
Great observation. You know the app that you're using right now. Anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also trying to think of one. Asa, do you have one so I can keep thinking?
Sure. This isn't super like related to art. It's more related to, I don't know, just like the stuff that I've been doing in university.
Mm-hmm.
One girl in my department at some point was like, "Oh, you're so lucky that you get all of these opportunities, like that you get them." And that rubbed me the wrong way because it was like, no, actually, I work for the stuff
Yeah,
that
you
I do.
earn those
I actually am on that grind
opportunities.
perpetually and I work really hard.
Right.
It's not like I'm just handed everything on a silver platter. No, I've worked my behind off. And that was kind of
Yeah,
backhanded.
that's
You
crazy.
mean your ass?
Yeah, me and my ass, I get it handed to me. No. It's like, okay, well, I actually have worked really hard for this. It's just not
Exactly.
been like, here you go.
Yeah.
Mm,
They clearly
Well,
weren't there when you were like the blueprint of our Instagram in like 2018.
no, no.
you
People,
were.
My
People
idol,
here.
okay?
mhm.
I've had a couple of people like sneak in like into a conversation like, "Oh, you just get opportunities because you're famous on Instagram." I'm like,
Bitch.
I don't tell people until they bring it up. I
Right.
actually just work hard and do good work, and I'm sorry that that's a problem. Like,
Bro, wait, and is the rumor that like Instagram artists are like being discarded from presenting on gallery exhibitions and stuff like because they have a social media presence?
no idea.
Because
So Signal Chat
I've heard
Core.
yes. I've heard yes that it like the art world really doesn't prefer it if
from
you're
who?
on social media and all that stuff. But then I've also heard like they don't give a gap. It's just very like
They
conflicting.
don't give a gaff.
Who
Yeah.
told you that
I
though?
mean, I'm not in art school, but like I follow thousands of artists on Instagram and I see posts about like new gallery shows all of the time. It doesn't seem like a big
Well, I think they
hurdle.
mean like more like institutional galleries, museums, that crap, like much more like the higher ups and stuff like that. And honestly, I could see it totally being true, but I also just don't know if I care.
I feel like it
Yeah.
can't hurt you to have a social media presence with your artwork because that just allows you another avenue to share your work and to make money off
Yeah.
of it.
If
Is
that's
it
the
because the
case,
galleries don't want you to
I have
have that
arguments.
That's
Okay.
true.
option to sell stuff?
That's a
Yeah.
fair point. They want you to rely on them.
True. Huh. So
Well, that I said
Right.
it.
Yeah.
What
That's
is
true.
it is also because young artists aren't taking it seriously, but that doesn't make sense because then how is an artist supposed to get more you mean exposure instead of experience? But yes, I agree. Because
Yes.
like
okay.
I don't know
even
if you
when you
guys can hear me,
share
but yes.
We can hear you.
We can hear you. The glitch was just
Oh,
like
lit.
a one-time thing.
Hold on. Hold on.
you're like I thought you were
Well,
muted. No,
hold-
you were just silent.
No, you haven't been frozen or anything. It's been fine.
I'm being silenced by Mexican internet.
You silent or were you silenced?
So, but it probably just glitched there. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. But
It's
If
what
you
Big
glitch, I'll
Mexico
make
doesn't
fun
want
of
I
to
you
was
and
know.
then we'll move on.
Yeah.
And it's like it never
Oh,
happened.
well, thank you. That's so
Yeah.
much better.
So
Um,
I'm glad we
but
talked
no,
that
what I was
out
trying to
because
say is that like it doesn't make sense. Excuse me.
Wait, was I talking to you about that or was it someone else?
Talking to me about what?
About the artists not in exhibitions because they're a social media artist.
Yes, I was hearing all about that, but I'm also saying that it's like it kind of correlates with both work and just like art exhibitions in general. I feel like there are a bunch of people like gallerists or whatever that buy art that don't take young artists seriously because they just I don't know, like a lot of people, older people just don't take younger people seriously, but especially with young artists. But that doesn't make any sense because then it's like, how am I supposed to have that like exposure and experience of like showing my art if you just won't let me just because I'm young? Like then what? What do I do?
Right.
Change my age and finally
Right.
take me serious?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
My
It's very
professor.
just like, oh,
No,
go
you
ahead.
go.
No, go ahead.
Okay, if you insist. My professor once said in class, like, oh, if you're in your 30s and you're still not famous as an artist, don't even worry about it. Wait until you're 60. That's when your career really starts. And I went, literally my sophomore year, my first ever painting class. But you know what? He might be right. Because most artists become famous when they die or when they're
Yeah,
decaying.
yeah. That's also why I'm kind of just don't really care right now because it's like anything could happen. It's like, why am I stressing out about this? I'm
For
gonna
real.
keep going. And also like the whole gallery, white cube, white space, all of that is just so pretentious and so
That's
institutional.
fun.
It's like, do I even want to be a part of that? I'm just not sure.
Right, like
It's
why is that the
true.
marker of you've made it when there are so many other markers of success that could be is like you could say, yeah, you've made it because you have such a big presence online and have the ability to sell your work and share it through that platform. That's another way of making it that may not be acknowledged by the like white cube gallery exclusive people, but like you still made it.
But I feel like even if you put yourself out there on online or anything and you don't get crazy views, like even those 10 people are watching your stuff, that's
That's
more
enough.
like you're sharing
Yeah.
and you're doing enough by sharing.
Mhm.
Sometimes your
That's what
family
art is
doesn't
about.
care.
Yeah.
It's so weird to like have been online for so long because I think we all grew up doing the whole like 14-year-old artist, 15-year-old artist thing. And
Yep.
now that like I'm 21, I think we're all around the same age. I feel old as like
Dude.
I don't want to have my age in my bio anymore.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
took it out 'cause
crazy,
it's like this doesn't matter anymore.
right? It's yeah.
Yeah, like
No,
who
Putting
what
cares
makes
that
me
yourself,
I'm
feel like I'm
20?
really running out of
huh?
what makes me feel like I'm running
I'm
out of
just
time is whenever I see a LinkedIn notification that's like so and so got an internship or something like that, and then I'm like,
Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
that part I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Like I remember doing the like I'm a 14-year-old artist because to non-art people it's very easy for them to look at like hyper-realistic drawing of lime lips and be like, wow, skill and talent through the roof. Because if they're not super into art, they can still recognize like the technical ability. And when you're like, I'm 14 and I did this, then they're like losing their minds over it.
Oh,
And eventually you realize that and you like feed into that and hey, guilty as charged, been there. But now that it's like I'm 21, it's not as impressive anymore. So it's like I'm just doing my thing. It would
yeah.
be, yeah, I guess people would consider it more impressive if I was 14 and doing my thing, but I'm still doing my thing at my own pace.
exactly. Mhm.
Fuck those kids that like are supposed to graduate middle school and they're graduating college. Like fuck you. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, what the hell?
It's
Lattice is like,
What?
true.
yeah, fuck
Came out of
successful
left
kids.
field, bruh.
You can't have beef with 12-year-olds, bro.
That was crazy.
No, they're
Uncalled
16 year
for.
olds.
Lattice, stop making this podcast controversial.
Yeah, seriously. Why are we coming
We're
up with
we're
some
we're
That
16-year-old?
SE and
we're
his over party.
we're turning into a regular podcast. Like, what are we doing?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Need to do the YouTuber apology now.
Should I part my hair to the side so I look more serious?
What?
Yes.
Serve.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
No,
everybody.
no, no, no. That's okay.
You gotta wait. Hold on. You gotta go like wait.
Oh my God.
How the hell did you pull that out so quick?
Locked and
I'm
loaded.
really sorry, you guys. No, I just got dry eyes, like chronically. Jesus Christ.
I'm so sorry for all that I've hurt.
Guys, I'm so sorry if you took it wrong. But
That's how
I'm
I should have
just
been.
like you can't attack me because I'm Mexican. Yeah. Be like, I'm a person of color. I didn't mean it. Like you can't attack me. I'm gay. I'm a person of color. I'm an artist. I'm broke. Like, what else do you
5-minute
want?
unskippable ad right after that too.
Well, that's how I should have been when this girl called my painting offensive in critique.
I don't even know which painting you're referring
Yeah,
to.
which one?
The
What painting?
Also, what'd she say? The fuck?
Right.
you guys want the whole tea? I can't.
Yeah.
That will no. That's gonna make it controversial.
Oh, what?
I'm gonna
You
keep it
started it.
controversial.
You started it. Now you
This
gotta
one,
spill it.
Las cachaperas.
Well, we can't see shit.
Turn your brightness down.
Overexposed as hell. Okay.
Oh, the one that you're working on right now.
Yeah.
Well, what
That's
was
not
what was up with it?
Okay, I don't know. She went. I think you're like okay. Me and my professor were fighting because I said that my statement of intent didn't relate to the specific painting, and that my backstory behind this painting was much more interesting than the paper that I gave them. But I was just like summarizing my entire concept for the class for both paintings. O sea, obviamente, like obviously I was gonna be like the like cachapas or this food from Venezuela, like all that on the fucking 5 sentence statement, like bitch, no. And then we were just like back and forth, and the bitch jumps in and she's like, "Yeah, I agree with Todd. Plus, as a queer person myself, I just saw this and I think it's offensive. I think you're marginalizing the lesbian community, and yada yada yada." And I was just
Did
like,
they know?
I was
Are they
gagged.
aware?
I don't get it. You're marginalizing a marginalized
I wanted to be like, bitch, am I
group
gonna
or
Or that
marginalize the
you're a
community that I'm a part of?
like,
Yo.
see if they were saying it was inappropriate, like whatever. I'm sure there's
No,
people who
and
say
then
that
right after
all the
she
time
was
with this
like,
stuff.
"Oh, and do you
But
have a target audience for this painting?" And I said, "Yeah, like Venezuelans, like queer Venezuelans, because they're gonna get it immediately." I'm bringing you pictures of the food. I'm bringing you pictures of this and that so you can visualize and understand where I'm coming from. But that's your problem because you're white. Turn down for what? But dude, I was like,
That's so
I
crazy.
was,
I would have been pissed off. What the hell? Like, what the hell?
and my professor was like this the entire time. What are you? I can revive it. This happened Thursday. This is fresh. This is a fresh
are they
wound.
aware that you're like,
they have to
No.
know.
Actually, I'm straight. I'm straight presenting, and I'm just like,
Bag.
Queer betting level 100.
Right.
I was lying.
Right.
I'm actually
Right.
straight, and she just like
Especially with
sensed it.
that piercing you got going on down there, you're definitely straight.
No, she really got you.
What?
Like,
I don't have a clip pierced.
what?
No,
That was
here.
great. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Like, but if you do, you can tell us.
this
Can
is
I?
a safe space.
Should I?
Right.
3 likes and I'll do it.
Nobody like it.
Just kidding. 100,000. I wouldn't. I'm not brave enough. I'm not brave enough. Let's move on. Do you
Okay.
guys think a clit piercing is equivalent to a tongue piercing?
No.
Because it's just like, it's like a, where's Isa going? Oh.
My wheel on my chair fell off and then I almost fell down. I need a wrench really badly, but I'm too lazy to go get one.
Real. I don't
Lol.
know. Maybe that's a question that only piercers would know.
Right. I don't think it is equivalent though. So
I feel
I
like that's
don't
a
think
little
it's at
more
all
out there
equivalent.
extreme.
It's like asking if an eyebrow piercing is like the same as like putting a piercing on your penis. There's no equivalence at all.
what are you talking about?
I
Okay,
don't
No,
know.
it's not the same thing. Hey, no, it's not the same thing. Okay, I'm not gonna get into this because we're supposed to talk about art.
Well, okay, from my side, let me know if you guys can hear me. From my side, I don't really like I know you guys are more friends with Lattice. This is like the first time I'm meeting all of you, so I would really like to know what like mediums and like what art you guys make. Like just talk about that because even like if some of our viewers probably don't know at all who you are, and so it'd be really nice if you guys speak a bit about like what you like to make, what you like to use, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And
absolutely.
maybe we
Whoever
should
wants to
start
go
it with-
first.
Yeah.
Who wants to
right.
go first? Camila, you're smiling so bright. Do you want to go first?
Okay. Hello, my name is Camila. Oh my gosh. And I'm a painter. I work with acrylic and oil paint. And I do a lot of figurative work and self-portrait, stuff like that, working around with identity and memory, nostalgia and imagination, just all the works. And I'm just kind of just having fun, honestly. And I go to art school too, so just learning and having fun every day.
Love it.
Love to see it.
Thank you.
I'm glad it's every day.
Every day I'm having fun.
Every day, every
Every
moment of
day.
the day in art school.
I love her.
Self-promote.
We need to insert a screenshot of your video that says, I dropped out of art school.
The crying thumbnail.
No.
Okay, my name is Sophia. My username is sophwwa just because I hate having numbers and other stuff in my username. The W's don't mean anything. They sound stupid, but it was all available on like every platform, so I took it. I'm self-taught. I didn't go to any art schools. I do not go to college. And I work with a lot of colored pencil and marker. I'm trying to teach myself how to paint. You can see my mom back there watching me
You
judgmentally
already know
in
how
my
to
room.
You already,
You already know.
shut your hole.
Don't even.
Okay. There's a lot missing. There's no background on that because I can't do backgrounds yet. There's a lot of
Yet.
stuff to cover.
Emphasis on the yet.
I like working I did realistic portraits for a long time, like every other 14-year-old Instagram artist starts with, like the Billie Eilish phase, the BTS phase. Like I was there. The wall behind me, the big red one is Izzo's print. The green one is my drawing. You're not gonna be able to see it from there. I have bits from Lara's and Camila back here too. And I have like nerve pain in my hands, and that keeps me from drawing a lot of the time, which is why my posts are very spaced out by several months. But I've been working with a neurologist for the last couple of years and slowly getting over it. So in the future, the plan that everybody's waiting on me for is I want to make a series of self-portraits, kind of exploring having chronic pain, having difficulty with my hands and stuff. So whenever I get over my fear of getting like canceled on social media for no reason, I haven't done anything. I just think it's gonna like, I hate posting. I hate filming. I just.
If anything, Lattice should be scared.
Right.
We're coming for you.
Okay.
Okay, so hi, I'm Issa. I go to school. It is not an art school, it's Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. And I don't go for studio art, I go for art education because I want to be an art teacher. I want to teach English language learners art because I think art is a cool means of visual communication that should be explored more in a meaningful way. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have Sophia's print back there. And I have one of Camilla's drawing right there from the art trade. Surprise. But yeah, primarily I used to work a lot in mostly colored pencils, like doing your hyper realistic Billie Eilish drawings. I've been there, done that. It was an
Blueprint.
era. It was a necessary era to go through.
It
But now
was.
I'm really focused on self-portraiture and surrealist self-portraiture that explores themes of like trauma and growth and identity, etc.
Yeah.
Woo!
And what about you two?
You go,
Lattice, do
Natan.
you want to go? Do you want me to go?
You go.
Okay.
You go, friend.
Thanks. Okay. Well, hi, my name is Natan. I have been recently doing a project. I do a lot of painting, mainly painting. And I'm recently doing a project that talks about what it is to be trans and be in love as a trans person, and that includes like loving yourself and having a partner who's also trans or not trans, but just that whole experience it is to love and explore your body and someone else's body as a trans person. And I've currently been abroad in Mexico City for a year, just kind of like working on my style and everything. And I'm literally in a muralism museum right now. Hey guys. Sorry. That's just only because my parents are visiting right now. So I'm just like, I need to go do a call. Like you guys stay over there.
Quick. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, be right back. But yeah, it's been an incredible experience. And yes, Viva Mexico.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You know, I have family in Mexico too.
Deported and arrested in Canada, and then I came up
Okay,
here.
my dog died.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm the odd one out.
Ugh.
Okay, now, hi, my name is Lade. I'm a painting major, business minor.
What?
I go to SCAT and I do like, you know, just like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Little bits and bits.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Okay, that was really bad. I don't know. I was
Believe
gonna
it.
say surrealistic self-portraits because that's my safe answer, but I told it to my art history professor who is a geek, and she was like, "Why are you calling yourself a surrealist? Like that movement ended years ago." And she said everything that's being done today it's under the contemporary category, and things are just gonna keep emerging, but we can't keep track of movements anymore. And I said, okay, then what do I put in my artist statement? And she said, as an art history professor, I can help you with that.
Ay, 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 ay.
But like,
And
wouldn't
this
Fucking
is-
stuff
help me with then.
wouldn't stuff that was
This-
produced at the time have been considered contemporary back then?
Don't
Like, we're gonna look
know.
back on it and see, yeah, oh, this was categorized by like surrealism, but I don't know. I don't have a solid counter argument against that, but I'm just like, I feel like it's contemporary because yeah, it's in the now, but like that was the same thing back then when time hadn't progressed as far as it has, right?
Well, wasn't it like back then it was called modern, it was like modern art, the modern art.
Right, yeah.
And so that was modern and now we're contemporary.
No, what's next?
I actually don't know anything. I've taken like 4 art history classes and I still don't know anything about that.
Yeah. At the end of the day, labels just suck.
Right.
So your art
Labels
is
What's the
don't
great
point? What's the
regardless,
point? You're
but
just making art. It's just art. The fuck?
Literally.
literally that.
But
Apparently offensive art to the lesbian community. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, as a lesbian, I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad.
Oh, that's
It's not even
such a-
funny how mad I am. I'm
that's such a
enraged.
dumb like critique
Seething.
too. Like how's that?
she just wanted to be mean because she was
Like,
trying
that's
to
just not
sound so
helpful.
eloquent.
Like boy.
That's something I'd say if I had nothing to say.
That's probably what happened.
And then another person was like, why are they in the grass? And I'm like,
Who cares?
Because I'm having a picnic. I'm eating.
Yeah, I thought it was a picnic
Fox.
setting.
Uh-huh.
Right.
yeah.
Also, we have 1 minute left, so we might have to.
Yeah, we have 1 minute left. We can wrap it up. We were doing this
Yes.
thing where like every episode we say an artist that we're looking into, like, or at least an artist that you're interested in this week. And just whoever comes at the top of your head. And I'm gonna say Tarsila do Amaral. She's my goat. She's a Brazilian painter. She was like one of the first like modernists in the 20th century. And literally that's why I'm painting the grass. Like I'm painting it right now because of her. She's
That's
my goat.
good. That's good.
Diego Rivera right
I'm
now
still
because of
thinking.
Oh,
the murals
okay.
right now. Diego
Good.
Rivera.
Are you
really good
there?
murals. Yes.
And let me just say, I'm thinking about Matt Bollinger just because he came and did like a little artist talk at RISD, and it was like, what?
No.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it changed my life. So
Did you record something? Send it to me.
no, the fuck, I didn't record shit. But it was really good. It was a really good. This was like months ago, but
No, you can't see it, but it was awesome, I swear. You can't see it though.
yeah.
Less than 1 minute.
So,
Less than 1
I got
minute.
really bored last night and started reading